Dear students, Assalamu alaikum to all of you in 11th botany. Our today's topic is oxidative phosphorylation and it is also complex 5. It is also called ATP synthase. So before this we have discussed electron transport chain, and in case of electron transport chain I have told you there were 5 complexes. So we have discussed name of the 4 complexes were NADH hydrogenase, and second was succinate hydrogenase, third was cytochrome BC1, and fourth one was cytochrome C oxidase, and fifth one is complex 5, which is called as ATP synthase. As we know that it is also called oxidative phosphorylation, and oxidative means in presence of air, phosphorylation means addition of phosphorus. It means that when addition of phosphorus takes place in presence of air, it is called as oxidative phosphorylation. So as per ATP synthase name is concerned, we know that phosphorus adds with ATP and it forms ADP. So it is called oxidative phosphorylation. We know that this process takes place in presence of air, so it is an aerobic reaction. So as per phosphorylation is concerned, now we know that addition of phosphorus takes place to form ATP. So it means that when inorganic phosphate combines with ADP, adenosine diphosphate, the formation of ATP takes place. ADP means adenosine diphosphate and ATP means adenosine triphosphate. Here we know that oxidative phosphorylation occurs in mitochondria. And when we see why this process takes place, for what thing this process takes place, and who help us to run this process. So before this we know that electron transport chain, or we can say electron transport system. In electron transport chain there is complex 5. Already I have told you there were 4 complexes, and this is complex 5 of this electron transport chain, and it is called ATP synthase. As name indicates that it is an enzyme which helps in the process of ATP formation, because ATP is an energy currency. So we and also plants need this ATP to perform all metabolic reactions. And before this we know that oxidative means in presence of air, so it is an aerobic reaction. So this reaction takes place, we know that it takes place in mitochondria. And before this we have given lectures on glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Glycolysis also occurs in cytoplasm, and in case of Krebs cycle we know that it also runs in mitochondria. Now we will make here mitochondria. We know that where electron transport chain runs. We know that this mitochondria is a double membrane bound organelle. So it has outer membrane and it has inner membrane. So the space between them is called intermembrane space. So inner membrane space has foldings which is called as crista, or we can say cristae. The space between inner and outer membrane is intermembrane space. Now we know that it is complex fifth of electron transport system, and it is also called ATP synthase. ATP synthase, now we can say ATP synthase has two components. One is represented by F0, it is called F0, and second is represented by F1. So in between there is a stalk which connect this F1 particle, F naught and F1 component. We know that in electron transport chain we have transported H positive ions in the outer membrane space. Then H positive ions which were released towards outer membrane space, we know that these move or we can say these diffuse towards matrix with producing energy through diffusion, that is they move from higher concentration to lower concentration. In this way I have told you that these movement of these hydrogenized positive ions takes place with so much energy, so they will come from intermembrane space towards matrix. When they move they possess we know that they possess some energy, and that energy is used to combine ATP and inorganic phosphate for the formation of ATP synthase. So we know that ATP synthase, it is an enzyme, and it means that ADP plus inorganic phosphate gives ATP. Now we know that ATP synthase has two components. One is F naught particle, and it is integral protein, and it is embedded in intermembrane, and F1 structure is hanging structure. So F1 component is responsible for combination of ADP plus inorganic phosphate to produce ATP with the use of released energy, but the energy which is released, it is released by H positive ions. So this particular process is called oxidative phosphorylation. So we know that ATP formation takes place here, and we know that we need of plant is fulfilled by this ATP. So in this case we know that complex 5 is also called ATP synthase, and once again I will tell here it has two components. It is called one component is F naught, it is represented by F0, and second one is F1 particle. F1 is F1 is below side, and above side is F naught particle, and its head part is actually an enzyme. It is ATP synthase. So with the use of this energy, this ATP synthase will capture an ADP, and it will convert it into ATP. So this all process is through H positive hydrogen ions into intermembrane space. And when the ATP will come out from the membrane, we will give it to way and use its energy to convert ADP into ATP. So in this way we know that NADH2 is able to generate 3 ATPs, and FADH2 is able to generate 2 ATPs. Now we know that when ATP when ATP from NADH2 and FADH2, we made ATP from NADH2 and FADH2, such a type of process in which we add phosphate, it is called oxidative phosphorylation. Then there is next type of phosphorylation which is called as substrate level phosphorylation, as we have read in case of glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Now we know that it was all about ATP synthase, which is also called oxidative phosphorylation. Thank you so much.